Yo, what is up there, guys? The Wiz back at it again for another video talking some more Amphibia right here, right now. So let's get right to it. Okay, during D23, we learned that Season 2 will be airing sometime next year. But we also got a bit of a sneak peek of Season 2 as well, in the form of an art piece. And as you can clearly see, boy oh boy, it looks like we are in for quite the road trip. And this has me really hyped. As you can see, we have the Planter family finally leaving Wartwood and going past the valley to, of course, find a way for Anne to get back home. And just from the art alone, it looks like we are going to be in for quite the adventure. Yo, look at all these bridges they have to cross. I hope that thing is stable enough. You got volcano, you've got lightning, you've got these waterfalls. Yo, finally we're going to be seeing what Amphibia has to offer. We saw from the season finale a map showing other places around Wartwood, that being Lily Paddington, Bog Bottom, and Swamp Shiro. But if you look at the grand scale of Amphibia, it's in the shape of a lily pad, and the map that Sasha shows us only seems to be but a fraction of what Amphibia really is. Because we know there's a certain place out there known as Newtopia out there in the world. And speaking of Newtopia, could that be Newtopia right there in the distance? If we look back at this picture, you might notice that the structure between this poster and the art that we have here does look ridiculously similar, so I'm going to assume that that's possibly Newtopia, and I get a feeling that Newtopia is going to be some endgame territory for our girl Anne. I'm so excited. It's obviously going to be a long journey, and who knows what kind of crazy creatures and people we are going to run into, because Amphibia is filled with some really interesting stuff. One thing that definitely has me interested is how the people are going to treat Anne and the Planter family, because we know, of course, Hop Hop unintentionally became a bit of a freedom fighter hero, inspiring many people in the valley to stand up against the Toads. So I'm going to assume they might be treated like stars in a sense, which is going to be fun to see. And hey, and who knows, they might end up making a lot of friends, and those friends could potentially be allies later down the line, because, you know, we still got Grime and his army out there, and their purpose, of course, is to rule over the frogs. And within that group, of course, we've got your girl Sasha, and her goal is to basically get back home. But as we saw in the season 1 finale, Anne and Sasha, yeah, they seem to be going about things in a completely different way. So we're gonna have to wait and find out when those two are going to reunite. But seeing as how we have this whole prophecy thing right in the beginning of the intro, I get the feeling as though, you know, they're eventually gonna put their differences aside and work together. But of course, the big question is, you know, hey, we're finally going outside Wartwood, so you know we're gonna have to bump into your girl Marcy. I can't believe they didn't even give us a sneak peek of anything when it comes to Marcy. Yo, she is kept in the dark over here. I've made many theories before. The big one, of course, is that she is in Newtopia doing who knows what. I've made some theories about Newtopia as well, about the importance of it, of how Newtopia, being this grand civilized world, might actually not be as humble as it appears to be. There could be some, like, you know, bad behavior going around in the background. Sure, it looks all pretty, but when you get into the inside, that's where the dark stuff comes into play. Like I said before in one of my theories, Grime's whole goal is to rule over the Toads. What if Newtopian people are taking advantage of Grime, saying like, alright, you're gonna, you know, lay down the law, you get paid this and we get all the money? Because if there's one thing I've learned from cartoons and there being wealthy people, is sometimes the wealthiest people aren't exactly the nicest people in the world. You know, money and greed can corrupt the soul over here. So that is basically it for this video, guys. What I want to know in the comment section below is, you know, hey, what do you think of the season 2 artwork? Where do you think your girl Marcy is? And of course, that building, do you think that is indeed Newtopia, or is it just another village out there in the world of Amphibia? And of course, you know, predictions, theories, this and that. So guys, leave all your comments in the comment section below, and if you like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up, as that really helps me out. If you aren't already, you can follow me on Twitter, same thing as my YouTube channel, which is Ed the Wiz. I am also on Instagram, which is MadSwag12345, where I post all the good stuff. So until next time, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and say, bye, pal! We'll see you soon!